All right, so let's talk about stock market limit down. What are these so-called stock market circuit breaker rules that you might have seen over the past? So first of all, let's jump on the charts right away and let me show you what this means when one of these circuit breakers is tripped. So this is actually what happened today. I'm recording this video here on March 18th. I'm going to jump to the charts here. And this is where you see that at some point today, trading was halted right here. Let me see. I'll use a big fat arrow. Oh, let me see if I can turn this around. There we go. Right here, you see that over the day, it was just going sideways, ting, 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 like this. So what is happening and what are these stock market limit moves? They have been implemented after the crash in 1987. In 1987, we had the Black Monday where the markets went down 20% in one day. Now, after this, there were some rules implemented that this cannot happen anymore. And here's how it works. So we are looking at the SPX. We are looking at the index that tracks the S&P 500. So whenever the markets are down 7% from the previous day's close, that's when one of these stock market circuit breakers is tripped. So down 7%, that is when it is tripped. And what does it mean? It means that trading is halted for 15 minutes. And here's why. So the idea is for 15 minutes it's being halted that everybody can take a deep breath. During these 15 minutes, no trades will take place. You can still place orders, but they will not be executed. This is why you saw the ... So the first circuit breaker is at 7%, which means that now trading is halted for 15 minutes. After this, if the market keeps plunging and keeps going down 13% from the previous day's close, and again, the reference index is the S&P 500. If it goes down by 13%, trading is halted for another 15 minutes. And then there's a third circuit breaker, and this is if the overall market goes down 20%, then trading is done for the day. So these are the circuit breakers. Now there's one more, and this is for the futures markets. You know that there are futures markets that are trading overnight. So the correspondence to the SPX is the E-mini S&P. Now let me show you here a 3-minute chart or a 5-minute chart, because this is where you see in the overnight session we had something similar. Now for the futures markets, in addition to the rules that I just stated, there's one more rule. If at any time in the overnight session before the US markets open, this drops 5%, only 5%, not the 7%. If this drops 5% below the previous day's close, then trading is halted until the regular markets opened. And this is what you see here. This is what happened last night. The indices, the futures markets were down 5%, and they were halted until we started trading this morning. Now let's go back. Whether we look at the Dow Jones or some other, you will see that we had these circuit breakers a few times over the past few days. So we had it here on March 16th, which was a Monday, because the markets opened pretty much 8% down, therefore triggering the 7% rule. And as you can see right here, okay, that's where we halted trading for 15 minutes. So thus far, it hasn't happened yet that we triggered the 7% rule and the 13% rule. Thus far, we only triggered the 7% rule. Here's another example where you see, okay, trading got halted here. Sometimes it is right in the open. Sometimes it is during the day. Let me see if I find another one during the day. Nope. Here's another one during the open. So these circuit breakers are there to prevent a dramatic crash as we had in 1987, because when the markets tanked 20%, that's when we were in trouble. So that's why we have these circuit breakers. They are there that everybody is taking a deep breath and for a moment just says, okay, it's not as bad as it seems, so let's go back and now let's everybody calm down, and hopefully the idea is that the markets are bouncing a little bit back up. Thought you should know about the stock market limit down and what are these stock market circuit breakers. If this was helpful, then hit like and feel free to share this video with anybody who might like it and who can benefit from this. Always appreciate it when you share my videos.